I was very excited about the UMP in patch 12.12 of Escape from Tarkov because we have the UMP suppressor. I thought this could be a very good budget weapon, but the truth is a bit different. In today's video I will show you everything about the UMP and why you shouldn't buy the UMP 45 in Escape from Tarkov. So let's march to the start of the video and let's go. Dear comrades, Ivan the German is back, glad to have you here. I wish you all a happy new year, good to see you again. And as I've mentioned, I want to show you why the UMP is neither a budget weapon nor should you buy it. That's very important. The reason is pretty simple, it's very expensive. I will show you some actual footage about the UMP from the raw weapon on the flea market or from Peacekeeper. On the flea it costs around about 30 to 45k. It really depends. Early of the wipe you could pay 60k for it. So, and the suppressor has around about the same prices, 30 to 45k. Early wipe 60, let's say first days of the wipe, 60k. On top of that you need a scope, and it would be good to have a tactical device like a laser or tech light. And of course you need some mags and some proper ammunition. Why am I doing this video? This is also very important. Of course I like to show you some budget weapons, some good stuff. And I totally understand that some guys have to do content a day and they use every brand new stuff in Tarkov for having the best meta budget build, whatever. But in case of the UMP it makes me a little bit mad. Of course I like the weapon, it's a German weapon, I like the style, I like the look, I like the sound, but in Escape from Tarkov it's not budget, it's not the best budget, not even close, and the UMP is just okay. So we should continue with the stats. As you can see you have round about 45 recoil, decent ergo, and with some simple methods you can get the recoil, the vertical recoil down to 42 recoil quite easily, not a bigger surprise. The thing is you have a really low base recoil, and that's why even some cheap front grips are good enough with the UMP. Let's talk about the ammunition. Right now in Escape from Tarkov you have round about 2.5 options to play the right ammunition. The first one is the full metal jacket. It has 76 damage, which is pretty good, but only 25 penetration, so you can have problems penetrate level 3 armor. You have to think about that, level 3 armor. The other option is of course AP, which has 70 damage and 38 penetration, which is decent. You can penetrate level 4 armor, but level 4 is also could be a problem. It's not very effective, but yeah, it's getting its job done. So AP, of course, still very good, but think about that the UMP has a low fire rate, but we will talk about that later on. And why am I saying 2.5? Because you have the RIP, 45 RIP rounds, and the stats are incredible. I like to play the Vector 45 with RIP ammo, leg meta, or let's say arm meta, but I prefer stomach and leg. It's incredibly strong, even in 12.12 with the Christmas event, with 3 red ornaments you can craft a Vector 45. Just a small hint in the UMP video. Let's continue with the UMP. So as you can see, that's basically it for every 45 caliber, especially for the UMP, and the UMP has a lack of fire rate. I made a video about the Zyger, for example, or the PP19, low fire rate, but with this low fire rate and low recoil, pretty good to control. That's a different thing with the UMP. I will show you some footage from the UMP, especially with ADS, and you can see you have this weird inconsistent left and right shaking stuff while shooting, and that is very dangerous and very bad for a low recoil. Even an SMG and a budget weapon, that's not good, and that's the case why the UMP is not a good budget weapon. Almost every 9mm, especially I showed you almost the very good options, is better than the UMP 45, and the UMP 45 isn't that cheap. It's pretty expensive for what you get, so that's why the UMP is not a budget weapon and I wouldn't recommend it to buy. What you can do is, if you kill your opponents or if you take your opponents down, grab the UMP. If they have a suppressed UMP, play it, because it's okay to play, but I wouldn't buy it. For that amount of ruble or dollar or whatever, you can get better alternatives. You can play it because it's a decent, okayish, mediocre weapon, however you want to call it, but it's not the best budget or even a good budget weapon, because as I said, it's not budget. It's effective if you have it in a proper build, you can have some good rounds, but it's, as I said, not good controllable. A low fire rate makes it even worse in some CQB situations. This brings me to the end that the UMP, even suppressed, could be better in Escape from Tarkov. It could be a little bit better in terms of how to control it. Right now, its effectiveness, it lacks in terms of combat effectiveness, control for the price. If you have it, of course you can have some good rounds with it, if you know what you're doing, but again, if you're a new player, new to Tarkov, a little bit afraid of firefights, and if you want to get used to firefights, do not play the UMP. For me, it's good if my opponents have the UMP. Most likely they are playing with laser match or full metal jacket rounds. Perfect. I have level 4 and above armor. This is my overall recommendation. We're at least level 4 armor right now, and you are almost good to go. Level 4 is so good in 12.12, and that's why the UMP has a little lag. Again, hard to control, not budget. And if you have anything else, write in the comments in the comment section below. I'm really interested about your opinion, so please write a comment to have a very nice chit chat. And again, we Germans want to win at least something, and that's why I want to win your like for this video. This really helps, and as always, stay safe and see you in the next video. Bye.